Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Kat Timpf Show. I'm Kat Timpf, and I have my buddy Meghan McCain here with me. Hi, Meghan.
Hi. I'm happy to come and be on your show, even though it feels a little weird to be interviewed by my good friend.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but that's kind of like, that's kind of what I don't know. But it's also kind of funny that we became good friends kind of right away, you know, at Fox. I met you at Fox.
We did meet at Fox.
We have like...
It's my favorite story. But Kat and I don't like to wear makeup when we don't have to.
No.
At all. And we like bonded over that. Because when the first time we hung out, I was like, I'm not going to wear makeup.
No.
And you were like, me either. And I was like, we're already good.
I pulled 3 of my eyelashes out trying to look at this, like trying to rip out my fake eyelashes the other night.
I can't tell.
Well, that's good.
It doesn't look bad.
Because you know what? Like, that's good. Like,
I can't tell.
That's good.
They're really painful, though. I have my fake eyelashes on the desk here because I came from Fox. And people don't realize the fake eyelashes are painful. To put them on, to take them off, all the things women have to do.
I know.
Be on camera.
It takes me like, I have to get there like an hour and a half early.
Me too.
Because I
take a good hour in hair and makeup. A good hour. And I look like a child. Or like I just look bad without makeup. But I really have this thing where like, on my off time, I really don't like wearing it if I don't have to.
No, I don't either. No. I mean, I just kind of feel like, like we came in, we both, you know, a lot of people come in like already partially done.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of women who like, I have girlfriends who are like, I'll go outside. I can't go out. Like my friend Susie cannot go out without doing her eyebrows and putting foundation on and makeup. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care at all. I want my skin to breathe. And I want to just feel like I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to. I don't mind leaving the house in my pajamas and without makeup on.
I literally sometimes walk around looking like a mugshot of like a woman who just drowned her children in a bathtub.
That's not true.
I like found like fake eyelashes stuck to my whole body. Like they're just everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're all over my shower. Yeah. They're like all over my shower. They get stuck in my drain. And my thing is, it may sound like to anyone listening, it may be like, oh, these girls are talking about not wearing makeup, how brave of them. But for girls on camera, it's actually a rare thing to do. It's like actually like a not common thing to do to go out in public without makeup on.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, I just don't care.
Because there's a lot of scrutiny. There is. But I don't care.
I don't care either. Although I do hate if someone like sees me in public and they're like, do you want to get a picture? I'm like, no.
When I was at the convention in Tampa, the last convention, this girl tweeted, I just saw Meghan McCain in person, and she's even more of a hot mess than you could possibly imagine. And I tweeted back, and I was like, I guess that's what the fuck I get for not putting makeup on before I go out. And then all these people got mad at her, because obviously like a really bitchy thing to say. Yeah. But it's like, I would never tweet something like that about another woman.
It's just like to tag you in it. Like,
yeah.
She's
ridiculous. Like, she looks like crap outside. And I remember it was like in the morning, and I was like, I was going to Starbucks, okay? But it's fine. People don't ever recognize me ever. Yeah. Ever. So other than like she was a journalist. Yeah. But other than that, it never.
I think with me, it's more my glasses. Like if I don't wear my glasses, nobody knows who I am.
You also you're very recognizable. Mm-hmm. Like your features, your glasses, your attitude, your hair, like you're very blonde. And I think with me, I kind of look like every girl in Kentucky. Like I think I kind of look like every girl is in like Kappa Alpha Gamma. You know, which is fine. It's totally fine. But I never, ever, someone asked me recently, they were like, do you get recognized all the time? And I was like, never.
Never.
Ever.
It happens to me. I don't know. I think it's, for you, like I know
I feel like you and I have been out when someone recognized you.
Yeah.
I feel like we were at that bar in Tribeca and somebody recognized you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're much more recognizable.
It happens to me all the time, which is scary because when I go out, like I like to have fun. And so sometimes.
You're a blast. That's also why we're friends. Everyone listening, Kat Timpf is like the most fun person to go out with. If you want to have like a chill night, you're the most fun person to go out with. And if you want to have like a fun going out night.
I know. Fun. I was like, God, like, normally we're drinking. I like drinking.
Obviously.
You like drinking.
That's another basis of our relationship.
I like that you like drinking. Well, no, it's good. Drinking is a lot. Like it's funny because like I met you and I was like, let's go get a drink. We wound up drinking a lot.
The first time you and I went out, we stayed out till like this. When I was going back to my apartment, the sun was coming up. Yeah, and I was like, I like Kat. Yeah. Kat and I are gonna get along really well. Well, did we go to Brooklyn the first time? I don't even remember. It's a long time ago. It's like I've known you almost a year. Isn't that weird?
That is crazy. That's crazy, and it's funny because it's like our backgrounds like couldn't be more different.
Our backgrounds are very different.
Your dad is like Senator John McCain. Yes, my dad is Dan Timpf the
Dad
accountant from Detroit.
One of my a great Twitter follow, and I've drunk FaceTimes with your father.
Yeah, that's true.
I know he's a good man with a lot of patience.
That's true. You were telling him you were gonna like set him up with.
I still want to set him up with my godmother. I still do. I have to do that, by the way. No, your dad's a good man, but I can tell he definitely has like kids.
Yeah.
It's definitely obvious that he has more than one child because I was drunk FaceTiming your dad, and he was very sweet about it.
That's something I do all the time. I do it too often. I'm always like, everybody, it's my dad. People are like,
I was like,
cool.
Dad,
He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm sitting on the couch.
And he was like at home cooking or something.
Yeah,
I was like, sorry to interrupt your evening in Detroit.
He's very, very patient. I remember one time, I should not tell this story publicly, but I'm doing it anyways. Ben Kissel got so drunk in front of him that he kept like,
I love Ben Kissel.
When Ben Kissel gets drunk, it's horrifying because he's so big. It's like a tree's gonna fall down.
He's so big.
He's huge.
I know this is like his thing,
yeah.
But he comes on my radio show once in a while, and he may be the largest man. Other than a basketball player.
Yeah.
He's definitely the largest man I know, but it's like he probably can't fit into some cars.
No.
That's how big he is.
Were you there? Remember when another time we were all at the bar and he was like, he couldn't stand up in the bar?
Yeah. I forgot about that. And then we got in an Uber and he couldn't fit in the back of the SUV.
Yeah.
Like he had to sit in the front.
Yeah.
Which is not happy to make fun of him for, but I love him.
I do too. He got drunk and he asked my dad to be his dad. He's like, I don't talk to my dad. And my dad's just like, no, sure, yeah. Sure.
He comes from a very religious family.
Exactly.
I know he has like issues with.
And two gay brothers and like this whole mess. And my dad's like, sure.
He's such a good, and we met originally, like the first time we met, we started talking because our mutual friend, Senator John, who's a comedian, I've been friends with for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we originally met. So we had like a mutual friend anyway. And then when I hung out the first time with you and Cena and Ben and Henry, I was like, this is the greatest group of people because everyone's so fun.
Yeah,
and Cena's girlfriend, Cosmo, who I love too.
Yeah.
But everyone's just such a blast and everyone likes to clearly, we like ended up dancing in Brooklyn, like really late. And I don't know, it's just, this is the best part about living in New York is like having friends like you and Ben. You can just go out any night and end up dancing and having a good time.
And at the same time, it's like sometimes you get up super. Oh, like I have to do. You have Fox and Friends tomorrow, right? So
I have Fox and Friends early. But I was thinking tonight because Fox and Friends is so early, and I really enjoy going on Fox and Friends. But I'm bad at early mornings in general, and I was thinking maybe tonight because you and I are supposed to go out tonight. That I might just like stay out sort of late and then power nap and then go to Fox and Friends and then just sleep during the day.
Yeah, I definitely sleep during the day. I definitely take naps during the day.
Me too.
I mean, you have to. And I just, what are you talking about tomorrow?
I think I'm talking about, there's an article and I can't remember who wrote it about why both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are losing women. Why women don't want to vote. Oh gosh, she works at Fox as well. She's really smart. I just forgot at the moment. I've had a frazzled day, but I think it's just like why women are opting out of this election. Basically,
and are you opting out? Is that what you're doing
right now? I'm never Trump, which makes me very popular everywhere. Which I know. I host a conservative radio show, and it's like people are just very angry. But I hate Hillary Clinton with like the hate of I hate Hillary Clinton in ways that I didn't even realize was possible.
Yeah,
and I hate Donald Trump with like both the passions for both candidates, how much I hate them is equal.
Okay.
So, and I don't know what to do other than write in a third candidate, which I know is kind of like a cop out, but I always tell people that I have to, and you and I talk about this. I've talked about this before, that what we say on who we are on camera is exactly who we are off camera.
Exactly.
And what I say on camera, I have to live with. Like I have to, after I say goodbye to you, and we're recording this obviously people are going to listen to this.
Right.
I have to look at myself in the mirror and I have to sleep at night.
Exactly.
And I already have like insomnia issues.
Yeah.
And if I vote for someone or do something, I'll feel guilty about it. I went to Catholic school. I have Catholic guilt all the time.
I do too, yeah.
I feel guilty about things all the time.
All the time. Yeah, no, I was like raised Catholic and it's still...
It's awful. Yes. It's like I feel guilty all the time about things I didn't even do.
I know.
But what are you going to do? I mean, you're a libertarian.
I don't know. I might just vote for Gary, dude.
Gary Johnson?
I might vote for Gary.
It's so funny because I actually have two good friends of mine who are conservative, but they like lean libertarian.
Yeah.
And Trump has like pushed them. They're like full libertarian now. Like they were like, I'm definitely voting for Gary Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. He's great. I'm supposed to have him on the show in like 2 weeks.
Oh,
I really like him. But I mean, I've always been, so it's like for me it's different because I've always been like libertarian, and you are obviously.
But you're like full blown libertarian,
right?
Yeah.
But you're like the establishment.
It's so funny. If I hear the word establishment, first of all, people need to define establishment as anything other than Donald Trump. because that apparently Donald Trump is the only person that is not establishment nor has ever been establishment. But yeah, I'm the establishment spawn, and it's really exhausting right now because my favorite thing is people call you establishment, where I'm like, Kat Timpf is maybe the least establishment woman in the world. Like, what about you as establishment? Nothing. In any way.
Right.
Explain it to me.
I know.
Because you got called establishment.
I did.
We're not supporting
and I'm like,
Trump.
I'm from Detroit.
I was like, you're not, like, what are you talking about? So I'm sick of that word. This is a garbage election. Mm-hmm. I feel very disheartened. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm like taking it day by day. I knew Trump was going to win. Obviously, I knew he was going to wrap it up. Mm-hmm. But when Ted Cruz finally dropped out, I was really depressed.
Yeah.
You and I were texting. I was really depressed. And America deserves so much better than these two people.
Did you like, so I mean, it's just, the thing about Trump, for me, it's just more like he's not conservative.
No,
so,
he's not conservative.
Sense.
He's not Republican. He's not conservative. And I just don't think he has the character or the demeanor or the intelligence of the most powerful person in the world. And a lot of the things he said, I mean, I know people can let things roll off their back. Like, a lot of people don't seem to have problems with the things he says. But to me, like, words will always matter. What you say will always matter. Character matters. And everything from, you know, the stuff he said about Heidi Cruz, the stuff he said about my dad, to not completely disavowing the KKK, to wanting to ban Muslims. Like, all these things matter to me. Like, that could be true. We could have a president in office who wants to, how you flag someone for being Muslim, I don't know. Is there like a Muslim stick? Like,
I was wondering the same thing we said. I'm like, but how do you, it doesn't make any sense. It's gotten so crazy because, like, you know, when, you know, I'm in these Republican circles, obviously. I work at National Review. I work at Fox News.
Yeah.
I'm libertarian. But, like, so, like, you know, everybody else I'm around is, like, Republican. Like, especially, like...
Kennedy's not.
No, well, not Kennedy. Yeah. But, like, National Review. So it's, like, everyone's having an identity crisis right now.
I'm having an identity crisis.
And it's just, like, watching it happen. I'm like, whoa, what are they going to do?
I don't know if you feel like this, but right now it's almost liberating because my side didn't just lose. It's like, we got our asses kicked. Like, what I want for a president is not what Republicans want for a president by a lot.
Right.
And right now I'm like, this is not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is going to have to gain a lot of votes, and you and I are patient zero for what he needs.
Yeah.
Like, young unmarried women.
Right.
Like, he needs us in a major way, and he's going to have to show women of this country why he should be our leader. And when 73%, according to a CNN poll in March, of women in America have an unfavorable view of you, 46% of those being Republican, you got some problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have to win. The last 2 election cycles have been dictated by the women's vote.
Yeah.
So if he just thinks he doesn't need it and his team thinks he doesn't need it, I'm here to tell you, facts are a stubborn thing, like John Adams said. And at a certain point, like, my thing is, like, I'm not talking crazy. Like, what I'm saying to you is, like, factual and it's based in reality. And I say that to Trump supporters, and just, it's like I said, I grew a tail and I'm headed to go hang out in the Death Star. Like, it's like no one is, I don't know. That's what's frustrating, is that facts don't matter right now.
And it's like, I'm always trying to, you know, convince people, you know, in terms of, like, women's vote, like, you know, it's conservative, socially conservative. There's not a lot of, you know, I do get shit for being, like, single and, like, not wanting kids.
You do?
Like,
why?
I don't know. Just, like, I don't know, because I'm supposed to want that.
You're young, though.
I know, but, like, I don't think,
I never. 27?
Yeah, 27.
Yeah,
I never want kids. Ever.
That's fine. I never want to dictate what anyone does in their life. I guess is more libertarian.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of the conservative side is more like, you know, like the socially conservative. I've never really.
What do people like say to you? What do people tweet you?
Oh, in general, like if I have people who follow me, like if I'm like, yeah, well maybe you'd be less, like, you know, sad if you shouldn't. The thing, I hate language too. If I say fuck, people flip out about that. That's like a sexist thing.
I agree with that.
Like,
I agree with that.
Or if I tweet something about, like, I spend a lot of time in my own apartment.
But you have, like, the best Twitter feed of all time. My favorite thing you've tweeted recently was right after Ted Cruz dropped out, but before John Kasich dropped out, you were like, John Kasich has got this, you guys.
He's got this, guys.
I laughed so hard. I read that. I was like, oh my God, your Twitter is so funny.
I was at drunk paint night for, like, this Cats with Cancer fundraiser. Or not with cancer. I'm not trying to give cats cancer. Oh. Cats versus Cancer, whatever. It's Tom O'Connor's fundraiser. And okay. Have you ever done one of those?
No. What is it?
Like, you drink wine and you, like, they teach you how to paint something, but, like.
Oh, okay.
But, like,
I'm horrible artist.
I know. And if I'm drinking, like, I was so fed up by the first hour that I just wrote "I quit" on my
How
painting.
long was it?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. We're supposed to paint this like sunset scene with like a swing, and like by hour 1, I just wrote "I quit," and I was like drawing like a cat face and like vaping, and like everybody was just like, "What is wrong with this girl?" I was like, "I've had it."
Well, I'm the worst at things like group activities like that.
Structured activities.
Me too. And also like artist stuff. Like I can get down with the wine stuff, but the artist stuff, I don't like doing things like that if I don't have to. But if it's for cancer and for charity,
I'm like,
I would
exactly.
do it.
It's like a coworker. But structured activities, I don't do well.
I don't like bachelorette parties for that reason. I don't like mandatory fun.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can have fun just on my own, and my group of friends are just so fun anyway that I don't need to like, you know, go to a pumpkin patch in October, which a friend of mine wanted like to put a group together to do, and to go apple picking upstate. I was like, I'm just opting out of this.
I'm not the apple picking friend.
But
I'm not
like you and I are too snarky.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because I'm like I don't know. I think that's how you and I get along too. Is like both of us are like kind of snarky.
Yeah,
and I'm like I have absolutely no interest in apple picking.
You can I'll come, but I'll ruin your time because I'll be in such a bad mood. Like,
well, I was just like, why? Like, why would I do that? No offense. Why would I drive upstate on a Sunday on my one day off?
Yeah, exactly.
You and I's one day off.
Exactly.
To go. I just. Why? Why would I do
that? Or let's just drink.
You cut out the middle, man.
Let's just drink and like not get pumpkins. I mean, like. Yeah, absolutely. Well, but I think I've never had fun at a bachelorette party in my whole life. I'm trying to think.
I haven't. The problem with bachelorette parties that I found is there's like, I'm 31. You're 27, I'm 31. So I've had like a lot of life of like, especially in my early 20s, like I go out a lot even now.
Yeah.
And I like going, I'm very social. Like I like going to dinners. Like I like going out drinking with friends. Like I like partying. I like staying out really late. And sometimes bachelorette girls never party.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of party fouls. It's like midnight and somebody's already throwing up.
I know.
And that's the part where I'm like, pull yourself together. Like we're all grown women. It's fine. I went to one a little bit ago that was just, it was really not fun. Yeah. And then my sister-in-law wanted to do a wine tasting in Napa. And I was like, so no. So I'm not going wine tasting in Napa.
Yeah.
We didn't end up doing it, but my sister-in-law is rad. It's fine. But she was like, let's just do a wine tasting in Napa. And I was like, I just feel like you're missing the point of a bachelorette party. Like I always felt like if I ever got married and did a bachelorette party, I would have to like go to Thailand. Yeah. Or like I would have to do like the most extreme thing possible because Vegas is just like, you know, you and I just like Vegas. It's like we just go to Vegas. It's like whatever.
Yeah, Vegas. I'm like, Vegas is fun. When I last went to Vegas for 5 days, last time I was there, that was
your pictures were everything. You looked like you were having the best time ever.
I also like don't know how I didn't die. Like that is such a long time to be in Vegas.
You Instagrammed like a picture of your room service or something, and it was like a burger or something like that, and I was like, I know where she's at. She's hungover.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was everywhere. Well, it was. I was just like, I was ordering all this seamless, and I would like wake up and I'd be like, who ordered this? Why is this everywhere?
I got kicked off Seamless.
You did?
Yes, I got kicked off Seamless, and I got kicked off DoorDash for having a. They said I had a violation of the terms violation. I don't know, of like the terms of service, and they never explained why. And I called them, and then I was taken off of it, and then I was put back on
Seamless.
So yes,
if I ever got kicked off Seamless, I would just never eat again.
I was like, what am I gonna do? Like whatever.
How am I gonna eat?
So I just started ordering things just through the normal call, like normal phone, whatever. But it's pain.
You know what I do a lot? I do this quite a bit. Is I order Seamless and then I fall asleep. I do that so much.
I don't do that.
One time I ordered. I had been drinking, and I ordered 15 cheeseburgers because I thought it would be a funny Instagram picture. So it was like $70, like $100.
Oh my god!
And I just fell asleep, and then I also missed my flight. It was but it was delayed, and I got there just on time. Everyone was all mad.
Where were you going?
Detroit, back home to Detroit.
Oh, okay.
But I do that all the time.
Do you like Detroit?
I love Detroit.
So I love Detroit too, and I think it's actually like a really underrated city. I think it's really beautiful in a lot of ways, and I think that I think there's something to like be really learned from Detroit because it's like it's rebuilding itself. Like so many artists and interesting people have moved to Detroit to try and help it in because they can afford it.
Exactly.
It's so cheap. And I actually really like Detroit a lot.
I also just I love going to sporting events in Detroit because I find myself being bored when I go to them in other places because it's just the standards for behavior are much higher. I've noticed. I've been to a couple Yankees games. I'm like, where are all the blacked out uncles? Screaming. Everyone's just chilling. I'm like, this is kind of boring.
No, I really, like I said, sporting events, I'm so bored by sports in general and I'm trying to get more interested in sports, but I have to drink some beers if I'm going to a baseball game or a basketball game. I'm just bored.
I get they're so long.
They're so long. And the process of getting there, and I know people love it. People live and die and worship at the altar of American sports.
Yeah.
And I understand that and respect that.
Mm-hmm.
And my extended family is obsessed with all things Arizona sports related, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Coyotes, everything. But I just am go Coyotes but I don't know anything about it.
I love hockey.
You do?
I cry every year when the Red Wings
should go to
get
a Coyotes Red Wings game then.
Out of the playoffs. No, I get super into it. I cry when they get eliminated.
If you want to go to a hockey game, I'd go with you.
Yeah.
Because you and I would have the time. But
right, absolutely. Oh man, I'm just trying to think of I've cried a lot of Red Wings games. I've cried.
Oh,
crying, it's crying can be.
You never cry around me.
No, I'm not really a big crier.
I've never seen you cry.
No,
I've never cried around you either.
No,
I'm not a big crier either.
I'm trying to think of when the last time I cried was, and I can't think of it.
I'm not overly emotional either.
I get really uncomfortable.
That's your phone, not mine.
That's my phone.
It's Kat's phone.
It's my phone. I get really. When people cry around me, sometimes I get a little uncomfortable. I don't know what to do.
Sometimes when people cry around me, I don't know what to do either. And I'm also not. I'm not overly emotional, and I'm not into overt displays of public emotions in general.
Yeah.
So people making out make me uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. People hysterically crying make me uncomfortable. I just never know what to do, and I don't want to be inappropriate.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that.
I don't know what to do when people it's just really hard. I'm just really upset, and I'm always I'm always the kind of person who makes a joke and they don't think it's funny.
I think it's funny,
and then it's sorry.
Yeah, I don't really cry publicly that much. Something really, really bad would have to happen for me to cry publicly. It would have to be bad,
really, really bad,
bad. I just don't. I don't know. I'm just not as emotional as most women, I guess.
Yeah,
or people. I guess. I don't know if that's a woman thing. I don't want to be sexist.
Speaking of women, women wear bras.
Yes, we do. Every single day, my lady.
Yeah, and if you're anything like me, then the first thing you do when you get home is take off that itchy, uncomfortable bra. Am I right?
Yeah, well, I do that.
So you should try Third Love best-selling 24/7 t-shirt bra free for 30 days. Start your free trial now at www.thirdlove.com/cat. And, you can send it back if you don't like it. 30 days, just pay for shipping. If you don't know your size, you can figure that out on the website too. Go to www.thirdlove.com/cat to get started. Do it. How was that? Did I do a good job?
Was that your ad?
Yeah. Did I do a good job?
Yeah, it was great.
Bra, bra.
I want to talk about my bra.
We can talk about your bra, your boobs. I'm sure nobody ever talks to you about your boobs.
Nobody ever brings up my boobs.
Nobody ever mentions it. That's the biggest thing that I get on Twitter is you don't have any boobs, Kat. I'm I know that. Thank you.
Can you imagine the audacity of tweeting a woman that? Can you imagine sitting on your computer and being she doesn't have boobs or whatever, anything about a woman's boobs is? I always want to be give me your mother's cell phone number because I want to call her and show her what you just tweeted. Mm-hmm. A woman who was on television talking about ISIS.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your response to Kat talking about ISIS was something about her body.
Where are your tits?
I just find it so vulgar and gross and just this bro culture that has facilitated men thinking it's okay to talk to women like that in any medium. It makes me crazy.
At this point, it doesn't even bother me anymore. I think it's funny.
That's good
because that's just kind of how I don't know. I'm already.
You've got a really acerbic wit, though. You find most dark things funny.
I do. I have a really sick sense of humor. I find dark things really funny, and I almost like it when people come after me because then I can actually, attack them.
Yeah. And I would never get in a Twitter fight with you.
No, I mean
we're friends anyway, but sometimes when people go there with you, I'm honey, you're bringing a knife to a gunfight, honey.
I love it. If only oh man, I love Twitter. It's so bad how much I love it.
I love Twitter and I hate Twitter. Twitter has been it's such a good medium for career stuff, and it's such a good medium for getting your message out. But it is this vessel where people can just spew anything they want at you at any time. And right now, my Twitter feed is Trump supporters just ripping my asshole open in any way possible because they're so mad that I'm not supporting him.
What's like the worst? Just like people telling you to die and stuff?
I get that I'm so fat I should be off TV a lot, and that's still a little like to me. I'm like it's I don't, obviously I'm not going to love that,
right?
And I'm trying to think the others. It's just a lot of like my dad paid for everything. I shouldn't be on TV because it's just all my parents, and I'm trying to remember. It's all so bad. You get really bad stuff too.
Yeah,
and I just think it just comes with the territory, and it sucks. And that's the thing I would tell young women. Is that if you want to do this, because a lot of girls come up to you and me and they want to do what we do.
Right.
They want to be on Fox, they want to be political commentators. The only thing you have to know is like, this comes with it.
Yeah.
And if you're cool with it, great.
Yeah.
But it'll ruin your day sometimes.
Yeah, and you will discover that there are things apparently wrong with your appearance that you didn't even know existed.
No, I didn't know people thought I didn't know that I had a body people considered fat till I started talking about politics on TV. Like all through college, even during my dad's presidential race, it like didn't occur to me that people were like, "Oh, she's like this obese Jabba the Hutt monster." Like I never even occurred to me because I can like. It's like it didn't occur to me. Like I've never had an issue. And then once you open your mouth and you have a strong opinion, then it's free game for all these trolls on the internet to start talking about your appearance.
Right. Like I got a lot of it after the Star Wars thing that I look like a donkey, and it's like I have a slight overbite, but I think donkeys.
That Star Wars thing was gnarly. That Star Wars
really
thing
really
was
bad.
Crazy.
It was really really crazy. But I don't know, for whatever reason it just doesn't bother me. I just kind of don't let it bother me. But I
normally don't.
Yeah.
Like normally it doesn't bother me, but every once in a while something will happen. And my thing too is the people that troll me, sometimes it's not just random people. It's like people with real followings that are trolling me.
Yeah.
And that's when I get mad.
Yeah.
Because if you have a real following, if you like have like whatever, 6,000 Twitter followers, to whatever, 20,000 Twitter followers, you also are getting shit. So why are you spewing that is what makes me crazy. But I try and stay off Twitter if I can.
Yeah, I feel like, well, with you, you're also just because of like whose daughter you are, people like don't even know you and they're just like assume things.
When people call you the establishment, it's psychotic. When people call me the establishment, it's like because of my father.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I have no idea.
I loved that someone called you the establishment.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Because I'm not I've never even been registered Republican.
But you're a self-made woman in every conceivable way.
100%.
And it's like the idea that a woman who is like literally, making it happen, writing for the National Review, working on Fox News, hustling hard to speak your mind and to have a place in media. You're the establishment.
Right. I'm like picturing myself 5 years ago cleaning the bathroom at Boston Market, like where I worked, like in LA. I'm like, yeah, dude.
They're like, Kat's just the establishment shill. She's been given everything. It's so dumb and insane. And I don't know. That's why that word's meaningless, by the way, though. Mm-hmm. Because, again, explain to me why you're establishment.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because establishment means just not supporting Trump.
That's what it means. That's what it means. And, well, I mean, I'm the kind of person where I'm kind of liking seeing things get shaken up a little bit because I think that there were so many problems with the part with, it's like just like split so many different ways, but it's really crashed. Like you're saying, it's not just like bad. It's like bad. Like it's really crashing and burning. Like I'm glad I'm not a politician.
I don't
for
know.
a lot of reasons.
It's so weird because Trump obviously basically, so he's not officially the nominee, but he will be very soon because no one else is running, obviously, on Tuesday. And it's just, I feel like I know that this is what I want. I want Donald Trump and his people to reach out to people like me because a few days ago he was like, I don't care about uniting the party at all. I don't need Republicans to come together. Those people can wait 8 years when I'm president for 8 years. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's like, if you're calling for me to have party unity, you need to be the leader and you need to call for party unity with everyone else as well. Mm-hmm. And I think people like me who are lifelong Republicans, which is many people in this country, feel disrespected. And I know I certainly do, because if you're a lifelong Republican and you have this guy coming in who espouses very, 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 very few Republican or conservative principles, and you're not going to be the nominee for my party, you're going to say that people like me and these people that are, loyal to the Republican Party no longer matter. And that's the part that I think and the fact that he's just not a Republican. No. You're asking, let me give you an example. I know you're not a social conservative. Right. But I'm ardently pro-life. It's something that, people are always surprised by. Mm-hmm. To the point, I want to defund Planned Parenthood. It's very important to me. It's a big, strong part of why I'm a Republican. I have 2 candidates running right now that aren't pro-life.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? And someone said Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson's also not pro-life.
Yeah, well, I'm pro-choice, so
it's fine.
Obviously.
A lot of women are. A lot of women aren't. A lot of women are. But I just, that's one of those things where it's like a core tenet of what made me a Republican. One of them, among many. And that I don't know what to do. And I know people are saying we need to unite because we need to defeat Hillary. And I agree with that because the idea of Hillary Clinton becoming president makes me want to move someplace else.
Yeah, she's really bad.
Oh,
she's a criminal. She's a horrible person.
She's Darth Vader. She is Darth Vader. You know what she is? She's Claire Underwood.
I think so too.
Anything and everything for power. It doesn't matter. She has no scruples, no morals. People died because of her.
Yeah.
I hate Hillary Clinton in ways that I didn't even know I could hate anyone.
I hate her too. I really, really hate her.
That's you and I originally. I think our first conversation was about that too. By the way,
I think so. I mean, I've gotten talked to. My phone keeps going off. I've gotten talked to for like saying.
Do you need to do another ad?
I don't know if you should say you hate her.
I do. I'll say it.
And I'm like, I say it. I hate her. And I'm like, I'll stand by it.
I can barely watch her on TV
her.
when she starts talking and she starts just. I was in the green room at Fox and she came on. I was like, can we turn us on mute? I just can't handle it right now. And I think she's really dangerous, and I think she's really evil, and I think she's really corrupt. And I think both people are going to lead America down a very dangerous path. And I don't know what this choice is because both people, to me, are corrupt. And
I think she's actually an evil person.
I do too. And I think she has done anything and everything and will say anything and do anything for power. And I don't trust her. And I fear another term of the Obama administration, which is what she would be. It's like where our country's at right now.
Yeah. Plus, except the race. I mean, it's going to be like all this, like this. Well, it's sexist to say that. Sexist to say. I mean, I can't put up with that. I can't put up with that. Like it just making
people throw that around too much too.
Big time.
You and I have talked about what it would take for me to say that I think they're being sexist.
Yeah.
It has to be so blatant.
So
it has
bad.
to be like it has to be very, very clear because I think people throw it around too much. In ways.
Someone was mean to me. It must be because I'm a woman. Someone was. It's like no. Like I wrote an article about how like people were like making fun of the fact that she keeps hot sauce in her purse, and they were like, "That's
Hillary.
That's sexist to say that."
It has nothing to do with being sexist.
Like,
she
no.
obviously listened to that Beyonce song
and
thought she could placate the African American vote.
It's
very evident what she was doing.
She wanted to be also just like, this is interesting. I'm like, look how interesting I am. Look how likable I am, and I listen.
I know.
It's like she seriously like probably gets like likability briefings.
Yeah, I believe that.
It just doesn't work at all.
And I think it's just even, everything with Huma right now and the FBI is investigating her. Like she has corrupt people around her. She has people that will lie for her in a lot of different ways, which I know a lot of politicians do, but I think it's another level with Hillary. And I'm petrified at the idea of her being in the White House.
Have you ever actually met her?
I have met her. But it was very brief. I was visiting my dad in the Senate, and we were there's like an underground train in the Senate, or like a subway, and I was getting on it with my dad, and he said, "This is my daughter Megan," and she said hi, but she seemed like a little weirded out about meeting me. She was like, I kind of looked at I was young. I was like 20. It was like a while ago, and I even remember being like, she's like looking at me a little crazy, like he has a daughter or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I've met her.
She seems like I would not. She seems creepy and weird. I don't know. But all right,
I would never. She's the politician I would least like to have a beer with. Like of all the people that are in office, I would want to have a beer with Hillary Clinton least.
I can't imagine how horrible that would be.
She'd be like, "This beverage I'm consuming with you, let's bond." Like,
this beverage, this alcoholic beverage, I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying it. I like to have fun and engage
good.
Socially. Like, I can't imagine, like...
Fun is good.
I don't even know, like, what I would talk to her about. Which is why she's, like... she's really not...
idea.
Like, on TV. Like, she doesn't do that much press stuff because it's, like...
Not anymore.
The more people see of her, the less they like her.
It's true.
Which is just so...
It's true.
Could you imagine?
And her negative numbers are almost as high as Trump's.
I know.
I mean, we have two in the history of polling. We have two of the least popular candidates ever in the history of polling. I'm not. I know. Fact.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just scared for the future of our country. But honestly, I feel like I'm in this weird foxhole with friends, people like you, other people in my life, where it's just like, I don't know. I feel like I have fought such a hard, good fight to try and stop Trump from being the nominee, and I like not only did I lose, but like I bombed out and lost, and now I just hope and pray he chooses a good VP. I still don't know if I can vote for him.
Could you maybe vote for him if he chose a good VP?
I don't know. The stuff he said about my dad is hard for me to get over.
Yeah.
And people say that I should like undo the emotions of it, that I should like let it go. Like I've tweeted that a lot. But part of it is it's a wild disrespect for veterans. It's a wild disrespect for POWs, which we have now. It's not like POWs were just in Vietnam. It's like people are POWs now as well in our current wars.
Right.
And I just, it's the grossest thing anyone ever said about my father, which is saying a lot because he ran for president. It's the grossest public thing I've ever heard about my father.
Yeah.
So I think it's too hard for me to want to have a leader who has that little respect for people that were captured in times of war. And I listen, I hope I get to a point where I can maybe get over it. I doubt it. I'm just going to write in a candidate and let everybody else decide because this election has already taken, I feel like this election's taken like 3 years off my life.
Yeah.
Already.
That's so interesting for me to think about because I can't even imagine what it would be like to have any like that kind of like personal connection to like politics or the race. Like,
but people say I'm a bad pundit because I can't emotionally disengage from like that. Like that is an example. And I don't think I'm the only one. I think politics is emotional in a lot of ways. I think people react to things very differently. I'm sure a lot of women saw the Heidi Cruz thing Donald Trump said and probably reacted to that emotionally. You know, it's like politics isn't always cerebral.
Also, like you're open about it. You're not like
I am.
You're like
Very.
yeah. Part of it is because of my dad, and this like that's like a normal thing.
Among other, I mean.
Well, of course, that's what I'm saying. But it's like that's one thing.
Did you see his taco tweet yesterday?
I did.
What did you think?
Just I was unbelievable.
He was like, I love the Hispanics. You said I love Hispanics.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'll work. That's gonna get the Latino vote.
I'm not gonna lie though. I did go get like nachos. I really was.
I made nachos last night too.
I got really, really, really hungry after that.
Cinco de Mayo yesterday.
Definitely. All right. Well, yeah, dude, that's good. We're good. That's like enough time. I think I always end the things very eloquently.
I know. I hope that was a good podcast. We just I feel like we're just chatting.
That's kind of how I generally.
I love your podcast. I think it's so fun, and you're doing such a good job for Barstool Sports, and you're like doing a good job on Podcast One. Podcast One is legit. Like Larry King, I've done his podcast on Podcast One. There's one other person I forgot now. Gosh, I forgot. I did another podcast one. I don't remember. But no, it's like you're doing awesome. You're like rocking and rolling.
Thank you.
Everybody loves Kat.
Oh, I love you. That's not everybody. But all right, thanks, dude. Everybody, like subscribe and give me like 5 stars and do all that thing. You know, I'm not afraid to ask for what I want, and that's what I want. All right, thanks, Megan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.